What up, dudes? Welcome to the second episode of the Part-Time Podcast. My name is Dan Mitchell.
It's your boy Boston Austin.
Ryan Cox.
Clay Rock.
And we have a special guest,
Fletch Daddy.
Fletch Daddy. Like, this dude, fucks so much pussy, it's out of this world, dude.
I pulls
No
out
idea.
though, alright?
I
He
call him
pulls
Daddy
out when he
Fletch.
can.
Don't make me blush.
Yeah, y'all. Really appreciate you guys showing love to our podcast. We have had close to 100 views for our first podcast on YouTube, which is like
That deserves a round
fat
of
dick
applause.
style right there.
Yeah.
I mean, I guess, but we're going for more than 100 views. We're going for 1,000 views, 10,000 views.
Of course
we're
we
not,
are.
We're not going to stop there.
No,
Yeah.
for sure.
So
Yeah, man. Of course we are.
we're going to mix it up today. We're going to let them know what we're doing,
Yeah.
and then go right into it.
Yeah, man. So today, we were at Bottomless Mimosas.
For way too
Was
long.
getting fucking destroyed before we even did this podcast. So we did decide on a couple of topics, though.
Mhm.
So, what exactly were those topics?
First topic,
Ryan knows it.
yeah.
Let's go.
So the first topic is that obviously y'all heard the news this weekend where Jeff Hardy got arrested on Friday, Saturday?
Represent. By the way, this podcast is out of Myrtle Beach, South Carolina.
Yeah.
And Jeff Hardy got arrested in Myrtle Beach, South Carolina yesterday.
It was. So it
Those
was,
of you who don't know who Jeff Hardy is, he is a WWE wrestler. He's probably a first-time Hall of Famer. The sad part is this guy's been on drugs and alcohol. He's been an addict probably for about a couple years, but he's started to sober up, and now all this. I think what happened here in Myrtle Beach is a bunch of bullshit. To be honest with you, public intoxication. That doesn't very.
Fuck
it
public
happens.
intox.
It happens in Myrtle Beach. Trust me, it does. We all know. We've all been there. Getting arrested for it, I don't know.
I think the best.
So, have you
part-
ever been arrested?
No,
So, have you ever been arrested in your life?
been close. I've had a gun to my head before.
So,
So,
I
Ryan, what
also
about
had
you?
a gun pulled on me, but I've never been arrested. Yeah.
It's only a crime if you get caught.
Yeah.
So, Ed, what about you?
Never
So, have
been
you ever been
arrested?
arrested? No.
Never. I've had to definitely bail some people out of jail, but never been arrested.
But you've never been on the other side.
So not stupid
That's
enough to get
that's fucking disgusting. I love it.
So Danny, you've been arrested?
Never in my life.
Close.
I have never been arrested in my life.
Close.
So we
crazy.
all know Boston has been arrested.
This podcast kind of got a little out of hand. Let's get back on topic.
Yeah. All
Let's
right.
get back on. The,
So we have a couple of topics that
Back
we
on
want to
the
cover.
list.
So first
We're on
off,
the Jeff Hardy kick, so let's keep going.
All right.
So this guy got arrested in Myrtle Beach, went to jail, and no sooner that night he was at the inlet getting fucked up again. Champion. He's a 6-time champion. He doesn't
So who
stop
is
after
this?
2.
So I'm a little mad. You know why I'm mad, Boston? You know why I'm mad, guys?
Because he's
What?
dang
Because
out to the
I wasn't
inlet.
there with him.
I know. I would have
Gang out of
swamped Tom,
there.
bombed his ass.
It's right place, right time. It's all about having the money too to get yourself out.
That was my hero. When I was
so this dude, so Jeff Hardy, please excuse me, but was never into the whole WWE wrestling stuff. So apparently, he's a professional wrestler.
He
right?
is. No,
He
he's
is.
not apparently. He
Don't
is.
talk about him like
He
that.
is. He is.
Obviously, the cop that arrested him did not know.
Here's the
he
thing
was
about
a
Jeff
wrestler.
Hardy, though.
I would've
and-
let
and
him
the guy,
go.
the guy
I
has
would.
done so much actually for the company. I mean, he's done a lot. If you look up his statistics, if you look up statistics of wrestlers, you look up how many championships they've had, whatever the case may be, when they started and whatnot. The guy's won how many tag team championships with his brother Matt Hardy?
8,
12.
I think it's
somewhere between 8 and 12. I'll
So
take the
what-
under.
So what happened with this guy? Why did he get arrested?
I don't think
Yeah.
it's not the point that he got arrested. I think the problem is that the guy's had problems over the years.
So I heard he was
I
supposed
mean,
to be
he's
with
had
his
drug
wife.
problems.
He was supposed to be with his wife and kids.
Yeah, so his,
Okay.
So
his
that's what I heard.
problems-
It's even better.
And so his problems were supposed to be with his wife and kids.
I'd still
But
be willing. To,
unfortunately, the problem stepped outside that universe, and right.
I'd still be willing to bet the arresting officer had no idea he was a professional wrestler at any point.
So nothing really cool ever happens in Myrtle Beach. So we take granted when Jeff Hardy gets arrested.
I think a lot of cool things happen, but
Plenty of people
So,
get arrested. Just
not
no one
those
gets-
things we've seen on the podcast.
Yeah, but
So,
you're
like,
from San Antonio,
celebrities,
Texas, a lot of things. Cool.
So they get in trouble when they visit Myrtle Beach. Dustin Johnson. So I'm pretty sure that Dustin Johnson passed out right in a like drive-through at Wendy's. I'm pretty sure that I remember reading that article. Dustin Johnson, the pro golfer, was sitting in the fucking drive-thru in Wendy's and passed the fuck out.
Pro golfer, so there's a little more context. Like, he's not just a pro golfer. He's a pro golfer that went to Coastal.
Well, I mean,
Dustin
you know
Johnson,
that guy
yeah,
did more,
famous ass golfer,
did
like,
more
so good.
cocaine than anybody who you probably ever would meet in your life.
Anybody?
That's all that I ever heard of.
So he just loads
More
of
than
yay.
anybody.
He just load yay more than anybody ever. Like
More
straight
than
up,
any.
like it's all right. So apparently, like this guy, like I mean, like so he was in jail for a little while, and he just was released yesterday, and so apparently, Boston's buddy fucking met him right at the inlet and fucking took pictures with him.
I'm gonna pull it up. For the
So do you have the
podcast.
picture or no?
I do.
I'm looking up.
We're gonna continue while I'm looking up the picture.
I'm looking up for Dustin Johnson passing out at a drive-through Wendy's, and I don't see anything.
So it
anywhere
did
about
happen. I do remember that.
Side note, I got a picture of DeAndre Hopkins at a seafood buffet I worked
Nuke.
at.
Yeah.
He tipped like a bitch. He came in an hour before closing.
He tipped like a douche.
Tipped the server
that
$10
shit. Like a
fucking
bitch.
dollars. One of my good friends, he tipped $10 fucking dollars coming in less than an hour before closing at a
That
seafood
is
buffet.
fucked.
And I got a
That's
picture of
fucked.
him and his wife. I looked up him and his kids. It's definitely him. A month after he had that fucking zombie wedding. He had a zombie-themed fucking wedding that he spent thousands upon thousands of dollars for. He couldn't tip more than $10.
So,
Fucking-
Ed, how
He
much
tipped
did he owe you?
it wasn't me, but a good tip from a professional fucking football player. I
How
don't know,
much?
Ryan. What do you think would be a good tip?
So you know who else is a
nice that
terrible
DeAndre
tipper?
Hopkins-
So a good tip and
No,
expense.
no, it doesn't
Tipper,
even
what
matter
kind of
about
tipper
that.
we're
It's the
talking?
fact that matters. DeAndre Hopkins that we're talking about here.
Yes.
Probably the best wide receiver in the NFL
Yeah, arguably.
right now.
And so he tips like shit though.
So I
apparently.
almost wish he got fucking arrested in Myrtle Beach for public.
So Michael
intoxication.
Jordan, I heard, is so fucking cheap on the face
I
of the
heard
planet.
that.
Well, obviously, look at the Hornets. They haven't done it. They're not fucking signing anybody,
They're not.
and they
They're
lost
absolutely
their
fucking
best
shitty.
player.
Speaking of the NBA, I'm fucking so pumped that like now it's going to be like somewhat exciting to watch the
Ah,
NBA.
fuck the
Yeah,
NBA
now that the
right now,
earthquake
dude.
hit, I think.
Now that the earthquake hit, holy
Nah,
shit.
not
Getting
the
inside
earthquake.
it,
You
yeah.
can hit again.
When we were kids, there was one good person on each team,
Yeah,
followed by a bunch of helpers.
that's what I'm
And
saying, dude.
now they combine these good people on same teams.
So no super teams
half the
and shit.
NBA is helpers.
Yo,
Like, they
straight
can't even
up.
play by
Straight
themselves
up,
as a
like
basketball
that's like the
team.
fucking thing, dude. Like, so now like there's no super team, which I'm like so fucking pumped about. But if I had to guess, Golden State will win the entire thing next year. If I had to guess, dude, like straight up, like
So
fucking
they're not
Steph
bad.
Curry and fucking like
Who?
Klay Thompson, they're gonna fucking win everything.
Who else? Who else?
Clay's out.
Klay is
He's
out of
out.
Golden
Clay's
State.
out.
Well, Kevin
No,
Durant's out
so
too,
it's just
and we don't
Steph.
even know if Kevin Durant's going to play
Draymond
next
Green?
year.
He's not gonna play.
He's probably not, and we don't even
Danny
know
Green.
if Kevin Durant's
So
going to
that
play
was
the
a
year
waste
after
of
that.
fucking
Here's
money.
the problem with Kevin Durant. He has a torn Achilles. Achilles, it depends on how bad the tear is. You could be out a year, or you can be out 2 years.
I heard he's going to be back.
No,
Dan-
he will not be back this year. He'll be back after a year.
So
but he
Clay
will not
has
be
like
back
Ric
this year.
Flair's profile pulled up, and he's talking about Draymond Green and Kevin Durant.
No, that's because of me.
Woo!
That Ric Flair drip.
So what do you think about Russell Westbrook and Harden being
I think
the
it's a
same
good
team?
idea.
But you have two balls in Houston? You
The
play him
problem
with one
is,
or
the problem
two?
is, and he doesn't agree with me. I think the I'm not going to say who's going to be in the finals, but I will tell you who's going to be in the East finals, and I'll tell you who's going to be in the West. And you can throw
shoot
it
at
down.
me.
I think the Lakers got the West and
Really?
the Western Conference, and I think it's going to be both LAs.
Who's going to be in Weston?
Well, both.
You think
West.
Clippers
I
versus
think-
Lakers?
I think so too.
Yeah, probably.
I mean, as much as I believe in Houston with the because of Russell playing with Harden back in the OKC days, I think the thing is you've got two ball hogs. You know,
How you gonna share it?
You've got the guy who won his MVP based off the triple double. Based off the triple double.
Yeah.
10 points, 10 and a ball.
Yeah.
And you got James Harden who's putting up 35 points a game.
But he was arguably the best player last year.
But I
maybe
think
Yeah.
in the long
maybe-
run,
maybe
I think in the long run this is going to work out. But I think that Houston made the best move. Now OKC wants to get rid of Chris Paul because no one wants to play with Chris Paul. Because Chris
What
Paul,
is he going to do? Retire now? What else is Chris Paul going to do at this
Be honest
He's
with
gonna
you?
hang out in like OKC. And
No,
like,
he's not.
Why?
OKC wants to get rid of him. They've already said it.
OKC's got like 23 draft picks in the
Yeah, so they don't even need to worry
Yeah,
about
like
Chris
they have
Paul.
like an absurd amount of draft.
And
picks.
they've got Sean what's his name? Alexander. What's his first name? How do you pronounce it?
Sean Alexander.
Sean Alexander. Is it Sean?
With who?
Shawnee.
With who?
OKC. The trade they made with Gallo.
Oh, Shai Gilgeous.
Shai Gilgeous. Okay,
Alexander.
Thank you for verifying that for me.
They're just
So
way
it's a
too
song-
young.
Well,
way
they're
too
going to be
to
young. I'm
start
not saying
something.
OKC is not going to be.
They're making Brad Evans move.
But I think OKC is going to make it work.
Boston.
Obviously, OKC knows what they're doing. They just messed up and they made a mistake after they lost the finals when they had Russell, KD, and Harden. But it doesn't work. It's
They
sometimes
didn't work together though.
It's just the same thing. Like all these teams that look great on paper don't work together. It's just the same thing with like OKC. When you have Russell, Harden, and
They were
and
younger,
KD,
but
right,
I agree.
It doesn't set on paper.
So what about the Lakers though? You're going to let Rajon Rondo lead them to
Rajon
a
Rondo.
lead them to a
Well, they're
championship?
not. They've already.
They got
LeBron.
They've already.
AD,
They've already.
LeBron.
Here's the thing. Here's their bench. This is their bench coming on. You've got Rondo and maybe Danny. I think it's Danny Green coming off the bench. Correct.
I thought it was Danny.
If you look at the Lakers roster, though, you've got LeBron
Yeah.
at the point, and you've got
You're putting LeBron at the point?
that's
No.
what they're talking about.
No.
Yes.
You got Rajon.
Boston, who would you put?
Oh. Ryan likes this because he's about to.
I'd probably, honestly, I'd trade for Chris Paul and send a draft pick.
Probably
Right now, what is Chris Paul going to do? He needs to make a move.
I think Chris Paul, if he was smart,
If you
he'd
think
go to-
about it, he's
he'd go to
retiring or
Europe.
win a couple championships.
So you
with
know who
LeBron.
I like? Alex Caruso.
Alex Caruso's nasty. People don't really give him a lot of credit, but the guy is.
So we got to get off the basketball topic, but who you going with for the East, Clay?
I like Philly. I like Philly. I like Philly with the move they made. Just the way it's set up looks great on paper. Doesn't mean it's gonna happen.
Yeah, well, Celtics are too deep right now.
Right, but I-
Taco Fall.
I like, but listen, but I like your team,
Is
Boston.
coming off
I
the
like
bench.
your team. I like Boston, but I also like Milwaukee.
Yeah, I like all three of those teams. There's
I
no
think-
other fourth team. in
I
the East
think
right
this
now.
in the long run, though, the moves that the Pacers made and having Oladipo, if Oladipo comes
I
back
like him.
and he shows out,
I like Oladipo.
that's your that could be your team because you got Sabonis, you've got help me out here, Ryan. Sabonis center,
Miles Turner.
Miles Turner. You got him. You got Oladipo. Now you've added Brogdon and you add
They got that.
Power forward, what's his name? He left.
Bogdanovich, right? They got
No,
Bogdanovich.
he left, right? Or is he still there?
I'm pretty
But
sure.
I don't
he's
think
still
I
there.
don't think it's gonna happen next year. Give him a
So
couple
his
years.
brother signed with
So, like the Pacers, like I'm talking about with the lineup,
Damn.
it works out if Oladipo comes back because their depth is huge. Now
Yeah.
the roster,
So
you have.
if I understood you right, you're going Clippers, Lakers,
So
and
how about
Celtics,
you want to give me your
Sixers.
top? You want me to give you my top three or top?
No,
four?
I don't think Lakers. I think Clippers, Rockets.
See,
No way.
it's
No
tough
way.
right now having those two guys on a team. If they do make it work,
Are you,
I stop
are
it.
you asking me my top three or top
you're
four?
two on each time.
Two
on
two.
each.
All right.
I
conference.
got Lakers, Clippers
right.
on the one side, on the west side, on the east
So let's
side.
guess.
I've
So let's
got-
guess like.
I would have
So
to
the
say
team
you're
that's out there right
Boston,
now.
and just the fact of what happened last year with the Sixers, I'm gonna give them a chance.
Wow.
Because
So, like-
after what happened with Kawhi.
So what's the team? All right. So there's been there's been 5 teams
Yep.
that have got like those 2 like all-star
Those
players.
2 guys they
Yep.
needed.
Who is going to be the bust? Right of that team. Who
You
is
know what?
going
To
be
be
the
honest,
bust?
this year
Who's gonna be the bust?
because fuck you. for not helping my team out, Kyrie Irving, Kevin Durant is going to be the bust.
So Durant's
Well,
not
they're
going
not
to play
coming
this year.
back. That's
So
the problem.
Durant's
Kevin
not gonna
Durant's
be here
gonna
this year.
Yeah.
Kyrie will be there, but Kevin Durant won't be there.
Yeah.
I could agree with you. I could agree with Boston on that because if Kyrie was coming, I'm sorry, not Kyrie, but if KD was coming back, then yes.
Yeah.
I think for me personally, the biggest bust, and everybody's probably throwing it in the playoff picture. They're number one, number two, and he's actually throwing him in his number two. Having Houston, I just don't see it working out the first year. I just don't see it. Not knowing what Russell Westbrook is.
So I said it last time, like, they wasted so much money with Kevin Durant because he's never going to be the same.
Well, you can't
He's
say
never gonna
Golden
be the same.
State's going to be a bust next year because guess what? They don't have that big guy anymore. They lost KD. Now, do they still have Steph Curry? Yes. Do they have Klay Thompson? Yes. I don't see him being a bust. I still see them as a top 4 playoff team.
Golden State, yes.
As a top 4
Can
playoff team, but
totally
that's not
agree.
a bust. It's not a bust.
Bust is going to be the Clippers. The Clippers are going to be a bust next year.
There
I
ain't
promise
no way.
you.
I
Like,
think Clippers may have the top 2 best moves. I
Yeah.
mean, they're top
Yeah.
2.
They're the
they will
best.
be
Yeah,
the
if you
fucking
sign
on
worst
Kawhi-
player
paper,
there.
on paper, the Clippers are the best defensive team in the league.
I don't even like Kawhi.
Mark
I
my
don't know
words,
why. I don't like the way he
they're gonna
plays
be a
like a
bust.
robot. But he's good. And the
Unfortunately,
Clippers
and
are
me and
gonna be
Ryan
good.
agreed on this. Me and
Ryan
him,
and I agreed on
Ryan
this.
and I agreed
Yeah.
on this. Thank you for correcting me.
Too many mimosas.
Too
this
many
morning.
mimosas, yes.
We are struggling.
Kawhi and Paul George.
Struggling in a good way.
Kawhi and Paul George,
Me and
They're
him
going
agreed on
to, like,
this.
not
Me
do
and
it.
him think that the Kawhi is probably the most Jordan-like player right now.
I hate to hear that, but it's
And we agreed on this, and you've said it too.
I hate that.
You said it after they won the NBA Finals.
So Kawhi and Jordan and Paul George have the same financial advisor.
they have the
Do you
same
know?
financial
Hold on. Do you
advisor.
know this?
That's smart, dude.
He goes, no, I don't.
All right.
know this. He don't know this.
Let's get off the NBA talk.
Let's stop talking about money.
We're gonna move on to the. Well, first of all, I just need to tell you guys real quick before we get off sports in general. Danny Mitchell over here, your boy Don Mafia, bet me that the Buffalo Bills are going to beat the Patriots this year.
They are.
He was willing to bet $100, and I couldn't even
God
think of
damn
it.
it,
Twice.
Wait, how much?
We're gonna
were you-
take the
how
series,
much did
baby.
you?
You have
How much have you
$100?
drank?
That's a lot of-
making
that's a lot of
that?
beer.
No, he was so
Listen.
dead sober.
So right now, yo,
Damn
like
it,
fucking
damn.
like so many people like they think that I'm crazy, but the Buffalo Bills will win the AFC this year.
You gotta respect the loyalty.
You have to win
We
like
will
one
win
of
the
the
AFC
worst
this
decisions
year.
of the
I
year.
promise
You
you.
gotta respect the loyalty, though.
Tom Brady has like a fucking like walker right now, yo. Like
Because
Tom
his
Brady
dick's so large.
is one.
He's carrying that
Tom Brady is
He's
one
got all
hit
6
away
rings
from
in his fucking
retiring.
crotch rocket.
Yeah, dude. Like straight up. Like don't get me wrong.
Being
Like
an
Tom
Eagles
Brady,
fan.
he is
Being an
a
Eagles fan, I gotta
the
say.
greatest quarterback
No,
of all
you're
time.
great, man.
I get that.
Absolutely.
But he's
Hey, you
old
can
as
say whatever
shit.
you want,
Yeah.
man.
And this is his
Yeah,
year.
but
Like,
apparently
What about-
we can
he's
also
going to
wear
retire
the
this year.
What
I
about
promise you.
Never
Gronk
been a
coming
more
out of
satisfying
retirement?
Super Bowl.
He's
than
coming
being
out of
the Patriots,
retirement?
let alone our first Super Bowl ring.
As everybody here think about Gronk in retirement.
Gronk?
I think Gronk.
Gronk the Gronk.
Obviously, Gronk made the right decision.
Well, did anybody
Be a
hear?
lot of
lately that
fantasy-
So
he's
is he
coming back out of
retiring or he
retirement?
isn't?
Is he really or is he?
I heard this recently
Just saying
about 2
that.
days ago on the media that
think
Gronk cannot sit. He's
Well,
going
think about it
back.
this way. Look at Jason Witten.
It's gonna disappoint a lot of fantasy football owners
Look
Why
at
is that?
Crunk. What about Crunk?
because Kronk was
Bring that.
always one of the
Could
top
bring
picks.
that out.
But if he
Retirement.
comes back, then he's good.
Maybe.
Well, then no harm, no foul.
That's absurd.
So how about
No one's gonna
how about you
deny he's
introduce our
amazing.
guest here today, Daniel?
All right. Yeah, guys. So once again, thank you for tuning into the part-time podcast. So we have our buddy Ed Fletcher here.
Hey, Ed.
What's up, Ed?
I'm the guy, dude.
That's Flesh Daddy.
This kid fucks like straight up. Like has like a massive cock, like the biggest cock of all of us.
Huge
straight
cock.
up.
So
You
he
flatter
just-
me.
By the way, we're gonna edit that out.
No, we're not editing it out. This is raw as fuck.
So he
homie.
just recently won the Myrtle
Cock
Beach
contest.
beer pong championship.
Don't make my cock blush.
That was
Who's calling you,
that's my
bro?
dad. He's gonna have
It's
to
your
wait.
dad. fucking hit it out, bro. It's podcast
He's gonna
time.
wait. All right, we're gonna try to
7,000
cut
a
these
year per month.
down,
Yeah.
right, to somewhere around 30 minutes now.
Yeah.
One
that off.
more topic we have to just briefly touch on, and then we'll send off.
What's that?
Bagel Boss guy, 5 feet tall.
Who is this guy?
With
Please
a
pull
whole
up the
bunch
video.
of energy.
I love that
Haven't
guy,
seen
man.
it.
This, I wanted
I have
to.
not
I
seen
almost
it yet.
wanted to get this guy.
He's a fucking beauty.
To guest star
I
on the
like that guy.
podcast.
I like that guy.
Shout
a
out the
lot.
next Nell boys.
For beauty.
For
Yeah.
beauty.
Yeah.
So
this guy,
Barstool did this about
they killed it.
a couple weeks ago. Maybe
He's
not
like a
week,
beautiful
but maybe
man.
like a couple days ago.
Beautiful.
About the short guy.
It's like a beautiful man.
Ah,
Shout out
beautiful
Bar-
mind.
Barstool.
This guy, I mean, comes to the bagel
gotta
shop,
be
and
quiet.
basically he gets mad because the fact that the first thing was from the people in there was the fact that they asked him what his height was. That's what he got mad.
You only get mad
So the
about that
first
if you're
thing
short.
was that he got asked about was because he was the first, the first thing they asked him was how tall he was, and he's a short guy. Listen, I'm not tall.
How short?
I mean, for a guy,
Below
it
6
depends.
feet.
Well,
I said less than 5'10".
for the short guy of the group.
So I'm short as fuck, dude.
Well, how
That
short are
says
you?
Your boy's 5'9".
Same.
Less than 5'9".
So I'm
I
5'9".
think Clay's a little shorter than you.
So maybe I'm 5'10".
So
You're
Clay,
on
as
the
the
similar
short,
line.
as the designated short
Yeah.
guy of the group, how do you feel about this 5-foot guy with a whole lot of energy representing
Listen,
undersized,
but this guy-
undersized men in our district?
Use that undersized word. Very.
I thought that was the
Chloe is
appropriate
so
one.
pissed about that.
I thought that was the appropriate
well, listen.
Height challenged.
Listen, yes. Challenge accepted. No, but for real, on my ID says I'm 5'9". So.
That's two different measurements, ladies and gentlemen.
Yes,
Right.
it is.
Oh.
Yes, it is.
Such a Clay
You took
thing
the
to
words
say.
right out of my mouth.
Yeah.
Thank you. But no, I mean this guy. Here's the thing.
He's given a bad name.
This guy is like almost a foot shorter than I am.
Ew,
So-
dude.
So I want to see. I want to see. Hey,
I would say he's a
That's
foot
a
shorter.
guy.
I might be exaggerating. Maybe like
Borderline
I'm
dwarf.
gonna give him
He might be exaggerating.
So I
say
haven't
6
seen the
inches
video.
shorter.
maybe 6 inches.
Six
So I
inches
haven't
shorter.
seen the video at all.
At least
Shout
6
out!
inches.
Shout
Yeah.
out to Barstool. I want a rough and rowdy. I want Clay Rock with the boss bagel guy.
Yes. Yes.
That would be a bad idea because this dude's gonna get rocked.
You would kick his ass.
It would be bad. It wouldn't even be worth for them to come watch and see. Let me
You
just
could
tell
say
you.
he'll get robbed.
Yeah. By the way, my last name's Rock, so there's a lot of rock star. You got everything. You got
You don't
everything.
understand the context of the joke.
Yeah.
Then follow me on Instagram.
So we're all just like,
at Fred
Dude,
All right, so here we go. I'm gonna show Danny this, and I've got it. And it's all for Barstool.
I can't believe
So I
And
haven't
this is
seen this video
hilarious.
yet.
It's the best thing yet.
So Danny
Show me.
Mitchell's the biggest. All right, here we
Why
go.
is it okay for women to say, oh, you're 5 feet on dating sites? We should be dead? That's okay? Who said that to you here? Nobody. The women in general said it on dating sites. You think I'm making that shit up? Everywhere I go, I get the same fucking smoke with the biting
This
lip.
poor guy. Oh,
Shut your mouth. You're not God or my father or my boss.
The three people I respect.
You wanna step
My
outside?
father,
You wanna
my
step
boss,
outside?
my god,
Huh?
my god.
Stand.
look, he's not even up to his nipples. Watch this.
You shut up too. Just shut the fuck up. Go ahead and attack me.
Yeah,
He
that
took
guy
him
beat his
down.
ass.
He
But,
took him.
but
But he
listen.
laid on him. It was like a grapple.
But Boston, I get it. If you're not my father, my boss, my dad,
You think his dad has a god complex?
You want to take this, Yao Shag?
I'm a fucking equivalent to God. God damn.
Hey, so have you ever
drop
seen
their
the thing that
first
Barstool
GG on
does?
the
The
podcast.
guy, of the kid that keeps going up to the
Yeah,
bouncer and
yeah,
he's
that
like,
is
"Do you know who my dad is? You know who my dad is?" And he comes up there and the fucking
yeah.
fucking security guard just rocks him.
Rocks him.
And Barstool did a fucking hilarious thing. It's that kid and then the short guy we were just talking
Oh,
about.
no, let me
and
see
it says,
this.
"Do you know who my dad is?" And they're side by side.
Oh my gosh,
oh
that is terrible.
Do you know who my dad is?
That is terrible.
Dad's living off of daddy's credit card.
So I do.
Like,
Is
that's
his dad his boss?
fucking absurd.
Yeah, hey, is your dad your boss?
His dad's his
your
boss.
dad, your bass.
Also,
But
So we just, I mean, we should get this over with pretty soon here. One more topic.
So
Yeah,
we're
so
down like 30 minutes into it.
Okay, no, let's go back to this Bills and Patriots thing. This is intriguing.
That is intriguing.
Listen,
I will say this: if I wish we played Jaw in the regular season, and I wish we played Jaw in the regular season again.
I want
If we-
the $100. I'll take your bet.
the
Panthers
Bills are
actually
going to
Panthers
win
last
both
year.
games.
How many have we won in a row?
Hey,
13.
A lot, but this is
Panthers
This is
last
our
year
year.
played the Patriots in the regular season and won. So
Yeah, well, we give you guys one every season. 'cause
How
you
much
win.
Hey, we're a team that went started 6-2 and then lost 6 straight. So.
But I am a big fantasy football player. I won last year. Represent.
yeah,
Betty White's Gooch was the team name.
Betty
But
White's
Christian
Gooch.
McCaffrey.
Gooch.
McCaffrey led my team last year and won me a fantasy football champion. So I love the Panthers.
If you can
as my
get,
underdog.
let me tell you something. The combination that I saw last year.
How much
was
would you
unreal.
admit my Eagles
And-
would lose to your
And
Patriots,
apparently,
though, huh?
apparently,
The Eagles.
and I've heard a lot
Oh
about
my
this
God.
about fantasy football last year. You know who was the duo last year that won a lot of people fantasy leagues? Christian McCaffrey.
Mahomes.
No, and Saquon Barkley.
Oh, Saquon was
Patrick
dirty.
Mahomes was like a
Yes,
sleeper
but
pick.
having him, but when you can add two together
Kamara,
and win
dude.
it just without anybody
Kamara.
else.
Yeah, Mahomes.
Saquon and fucking Christian McCaffrey.
Mahomes as
Yeah.
a quarterback rocked me every
I
time we
bet.
played him.
Yeah.
I bet. Hold on, so we got Ed Fletcher as our special
talk a
guest.
little bit about
let's
yourself,
finish with Ed, and I'm gonna get him on this update about football team. So we might as well ask him since he's a Philadelphia Eagles.
Leave all of it.
Ah!
Which is why I love being at the table with the Patriots. Just the one time I can be proud about the fucking Eagles. The one fucking time. And don't get me on that whole Nick Foles shit. What are you going to do without Nick Foles? You know what? We're going to do the same shit we've done every year. Get as close to the championship as we can fucking get and then lose. That's what the fuck we're going to do. All right? Give us another 10
I like it
years.
because at least he knows his team and he's straight to the point about it.
We just wanted one. We wanted to fuck our city
Same
up.
thing with me. It's like I'm a Gamecock fan. Hell yeah, we're gonna get boosted up and.
So being
shit,
a
we're
Gamecock
gonna
fan
win
has to be
shit.
so depressing.
So is Sproles still playing football?
Holes? Yeah.
Yeah,
No,
Sproles still
Sproles.
playing.
I-
Yeah.
Foles is
God.
all dead. Nick Foles.
I love Sproles. He's so fun to watch.
Sproles.
5 foot.
Sproles.
Another guy with
Sproles.
short guys.
Darn. Darn.
Shout out Sproles. He proved everybody wrong
Aguilar.
throughout his whole life.
You are.
Guys, sorry.
Goodbye, Chip Kelly. Chip Kelly got.
So we
fucking
stumbled
trade.
through this podcast today, part-time fans.
So I'm not thinking this is going to get posted, but if it does, please include this.
No, it's going to get posted regardless.
Please.
So we
Yes.
did have some good content today. We're still getting through the kinks, but we need you to keep moving forward. So
So please follow on Spotify, follow on like the Apple
So
Music,
Boston
Google
had a
Play.
side podcast.
we want to hear your comments too. I
And it's
know we
just
didn't get a lot
me
of comments on our first
pretending
one,
to be
but
friends with
if
all
you want to
y'all.
be
That's
honest
all it
with
is.
us, please send us your comments.
Yeah,
Let
for
us
sure.
know.
Like send us the comments. Like tell us exactly how we're fucking doing
That's
in this
Ed's girlfriend.
so
podcast.
let's go around.
Yeah, me.
Let everybody know who we are, and we'll send it.
I'm
Send
waiting
it
through it right now.
100%.
Give him
For
a
having
play.
me.
Happy Sunday, guys.
Happy Sunday, guys. Thank you for tuning in to Part Time. We're killing it. Please subscribe to our YouTube channel. Follow our Spotify. Follow
If I get
so
one
our
more
Google
check in
Play
the
or
mail,
Apple
one more
Music.
bill.
This episode is sponsored by Bud Light.
This episode is
Hey,
sponsored
so-
by Bud Light.
Hold on, before this, we're going to end it on this note. Ryan, please say that again.
Please subscribe to us. If I get one more bill in the mail, I'm fucked.
So that means subscribe so
Exactly.
we can get paid. All right, guys.
Exactly.
All right,
Please
part-time.
pay us,
We're
dude.
out.
Send it.
All right, y'all.
We're out.
Let's do the fucking
And we're out
game.
of
Thank you
this.
for tuning in. Later, dudes.
Later, bitch.